What is up, movie masters? Welcome back to a new video. Today we got a good one for you guys. At least in my opinion, it's a good one for you guys. Today we're going to be ranking all the episodes of season 1 of the Cuphead Show from Netflix. Now let me just say something. I love this show. But there's got to be some bad episodes, right? Well, yeah, that's kind of true. But I wouldn't say they're really bad episodes. Just episodes I wouldn't go to repeat much, you know? Like I would say, I gotta remember, but if I remember my list, I'm pretty sure, like the top 5 or top 3, they're episodes I wouldn't probably watch again much. Like, if I ever want to watch again, I would say, I want to watch it. I gotta watch it. I'm binge watching the entire season again. Might as well. Excuse me. It's those type of episodes, excuse me. But at the number 1 spot, you guys are probably going to be shocked, but probably not. Or maybe I'm thinking of episodes for season 2 that you're going to be thinking of. Who knows? All I know is that this is Cuphead episodes, season 1 ranked. And, yeah, if you guys want me to make some more videos like this, season 2 episodes ranked, then click that link down below, because get ready, because soon after the season 2, we'll be ranking all the episodes of Chucky on October 8th. And speaking of which, it's, what I'm calling Howllllaween month is coming up, where I'm going to review scary movies, scary TV shows, and my own scary stuff. And we got special dates for stuff like Scream reviews for all the Scream movies, except the Scream TV series. I don't think I'll watch that. But anyways, yeah, those will be coming out on October 18th, or 17th, can't remember. And the Chucky series, basically the movies, and including season 1 of the series, will be reviewed on October 8th. So mark your calendars for that. That's also when Chucky episodes ranked comes out, so get ready for that. And, yeah, so get ready for Howllllaween month, because it's going to be a hell of a time. But enough of me talking, let's get to ranking these episodes, shall we? Alright, starting off with number 12 at the bottom of the list, and I'm pretty sure everyone will agree with me on this, but at number 12, for the worst episode out of all of them, is episode 2, Baby Bottle. Now, is Baby Bottle a bad episode? Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. Now, all jokes aside, it's not like a bad episode. It's just an episode you watch once and you're like, oh, okay, alright. And you don't really think about watching it again. Maybe when you're binge watching the entire series again, you're gonna get to that episode and like, alright, let's do it. Because you can watch it. It's watchable, trust me. But it's something you don't think you're going to watch again, you know, unless you're binge watching the entire series. Like, I think what's wrong with this episode is just, it's hard to explain. Like, there's no point of the story. There's a terrible baby that acts like Satan's son. I thought that was going to be a twist. Like, this was a little twisting to get Cuphead's soul from the devil. By the way, spoilers for episodes. I probably should have said that at the beginning. But, yeah, I really thought it was going to be like that, and then all of a sudden, at the end, I feel like I realized, oh, wait, no, this was an actual baby from someone, not from the devil, but he acted like so much like the devil, you know? Like, it was just one of those not good of an episode. Now, it's not bad or anything, it's just the bottom of the list. Out of all the episodes, this is the worst one, and, the least watchable one, but, yeah. Like, I could watch it again, but probably only when I'm binge watching the entire series. Other than that, probably not. And if you guys want me to have a better explanation, I don't have one. I haven't seen these in a while, actually. So I'm just going off of memory of what I remember that was bad about this, but yes, positives. There was not really much positives about this, except it's Cuphead, good show, not good episode, but it's an alright episode, I guess you could say. So, I probably would give this, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this episode, honestly, a 5 out of 10. I know that sounds bad and all, but this is how I go with ratings, usually with movies. So from a 1 and a 2, I would say that's an avoid it rating. Like, you avoid the thing. On a scale with 3 on 4, that's a renting it. Like, it's not worth to watch in theaters or own, but it is something you rent once and then you never talk about it again, basically. At least that's number 3. 4, you can just rent it occasionally. Number 5 and 6 is watched in theaters for me. Number 7 and 8, you own it on DVD or you own it, just own the episode. And a 9 and a 10, that's a god tier movie, your favorite type of thing. So I give this episode, on a scale of 1 to 10, a 5. It is not that bad a movie episode. At least you wouldn't have to rent it. But, it is something watchable whenever you go to binge watch the entire series. Like, if there's an episode that you want to skip, or you don't want to, if there's an episode that you want to skip, this is probably the episode. But most likely, you will not skip this episode. And anyways, as I was saying, that is at the bottom of the list. So this comes at number 12. At number 11, the next one, the second to worst. At number 11, we have Ribby and Crooks. Now, just like Baby Bottle, this is not a bad episode. But it is it's the worst out of all of them. Almost the worst out of all of them. Baby Bottle takes the spotlight for that one. But Ribby and Crooks, it was actually kind of close. Now, but this one has a big difference in the episode quality. Because I'm just saying that this episode is a lot more watchable than the other. Like, Ribby and Crooks was definitely way better than a 5 out of 10. Trust me, it's way better than that. It's higher than that. It's not a 5 out of 10 or a 6 out of 10. I'll just say that now. Maybe it is 6 out of 10. Who knows? But, but I would say it is the second to worst. Like, it's not as bad as Baby Bottle, but it is that kind of bad, It's just kind of pointless. Just always seeing Cuphead and Mugman fight in this episode. And Ribby and Crooks always just like, hey, are you, what did he say? What did he say? You talking about me? Hey, so what if I am? Ding, 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 fight. Yeah, and it's destroying the ship, like, just repeating line. I think what makes this episode a lot more worse is just they keep repeating things. Like, it's repetitive. Cuphead and Mugman fight. Repetitive throughout the entire episode. Just trying to get ice cream. Repetitive throughout the entire episode. That is the goal, though, for them. Ribby and Crooks. Hey, are you talking to me? So what if I am? Ding, ding, ding. Fight. Repetitive. And just them. Oh, hello, Mr. Mayor. Mrs. Mayor. Repetitive. It's just a repetitive episode. And it's just, I don't know. It probably could be a good episode. Most likely not. I don't think it's a good episode. Close to being a good episode. But it is. But there's episodes that are better than this. I think that's what gets this episode to number 11 on the spot. So, yeah, it's not like a bad episode or anything. It's just, they're just better episodes. And this, well, at least it's not the worst. At least it's not that. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this is episode 3, by the way. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this episode a 6.5 out of 10. Like, it's not a bad episode. Trust me on that. But there are better episodes than this. And so, it's just repetitive, and that's its biggest problem. But it is way more watchable than Baby Bottle, I'll tell you that. Anyways, and that comes in at number 11. Alright, we have reached the top 10. And so, coming at number 10 is, funny enough, episode 11, aka Dirt Nap. Now, okay, so, I honestly don't know how much more better this is than Ribby and Crooks. Like, I don't know that. I would probably say kind of the same angle, only this episode is better than Ribby and Crooks. You see, the episode with Elder Kettle thinking that Cuphead and Mugman is gonna kill him because, well, he's growing old and crap like that, And Elder Kettle, I can't remember what he does. He just tries to, I think, not look old or something like that, not be old, act old. He doesn't want to be old, okay? And I don't know, it's just kind of random, More, it's an episode about Elder Kettle, and I love those episodes where it's focused on him too, because he's a big part of the cast of the main characters of the Cuphead Show, and episodes. It's kind of like the episodes he gets where he can shine. It's kind of like they just don't use it well. Like this episode, it wasn't. It barely made it into the good area. We have made it to episodes where they're kind of in the good area. Barely, this made it into the good episodes. But it almost didn't. Like, man. And the next episode we talk about on season 2, where it's focused with Elder Kettle and the Cuphead kids, the kids, that will also be kind of a low-ranking one. Sort of. But that will happen another time. Anyways, this episode, it just, I just hated how they treated this episode of Elder Kettle. Like, I bet it's still good. Trust me. It barely qualifies as good. I can watch this on my own sometimes. I'll be like, okay, I'm in the mood for this. I'm in the mood for it. I'm actually in the mood for this, Or I could be like, I'm not in the mood for this right now. But maybe later, the Dirt Nap episode, it's just, I don't know. It's just, it's at least better than Ribby and Croaks. That's what makes it into the top 10. So, if it wasn't for Ribby and Croaks episode, if Ribby and Croaks was better, this would have been second to worst. But it's not. It's third to worst. So, it's still a bad title, isn't it? But, all I'm saying is that Dirt Nap, it's way better than Ribby and Croaks, and I just wish it could have been better. So for the episode Dirt Nap, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a 7.6 out of 10. Excuse me. Usually I do, like a whole number or half number, but it's 1 point more than Ribby and Croaks, and that's what just makes it into a good area. Or maybe, no, scratch that. A 6.9 out of 10. My bad. I said 7, by the way, but I meant 6. And it's just, I wish they treated this episode better. Elder Kettle could have been better, but they just didn't treat it that well. And honestly, it's still a good episode at the end of the day, but it barely makes it to the good episodes. But anyways, that's what gets the bronze medal for worst episode, And yeah. Hey, at least I don't know what to say. I just wish they treated this episode better. At least it's not the worst episode. So it comes at number 10. Coming in at number 9, it's a strange one for me, in my opinion, but it's got its title. And in fact, for the next... let me check. Okay, so for the next 3 episodes, they kind of are in their places just because they're a little bit better than the other episodes. So, there's nothing really different about this episode. Only it's better than the last, at least. But coming in at number 9 is episode... I forgot. Hold on. Okay, so coming in at number 9 is episode 6, Ghost Ain't Real. Now, like I just said, this episode really just is right here because it's better. It's better than the other episodes. There's not really much of a difference. It's just a random plot, a random story with these ghosts. And, yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's not better than the other episodes next, but it's just a random episode that's placed here because, well, I guess that just explains it, One of those for fun episodes, I guess you could say. At least it's not the worst, or in the top 3 of the worst. At least it's got that coming for it. So for this episode, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give Ghost Ain't Real a 7 out of 10. A 7 out of 10 is its placement. Now, like I said, one of those for fun episodes. At least it's better than the rest. Or the ones we just covered. And it really just gets its spot here because it was better than the other episodes that we just covered over. The next episode though, the next two episodes actually, they're placed there because they're better than this episode though. So nothing else to really say about the next two episodes except they're also for fun. So we're just gonna get those part over with. Coming in at number 8 is episode 8. Funny enough, yeah, episode 8. Right? Hold on, I gotta check. Yes, it is 8. Coming in at number 8 is episode 8. Sweater Off Dead. Like I said, this episode really is just placed here for fun, and because it's a fun episode, and it's got nothing really going for it except a continuation plot. That's what makes this episode more better. But the continuation part is a lot better than this episode. Like, I don't know. It's definitely a good episode, but it's really just placed here because the next episodes, they're just better than this one. So, yeah, nothing bad about it. Really nothing negative. Just the other episodes are better than this one. So, yeah, really, that's really much it. So basically, I give this episode a 7 out of 10 for this episode too. It's really tied with the third one. Just an episode for fun. And it's only at this spot because the other episodes are just better. So yeah, Sweater Off Dead gets a 7 out of 10. Just like Ghost Ain't Real. Now coming in at number 7 is episode 10. Dangerous Mugman. This episode, I don't know what to say about this episode, except it's better than the ones we just covered, and that's really why it's at this spot. Nothing else to say. It's a good episode, but it isn't better than the next episodes we'll be covering. So once again, it gets a 7 out of 10. And yeah, the next episodes, I have more to say. And honestly, I feel like I should switch this one with number 6. So, yeah, but we're not going to switch. We're just going to get to number 6 now. And speaking of number 6, coming in at number 6 is episode 7, Root Pact. Now, Root Pact, it has more to say. Like, a better plot. Better story, I don't know, but most of all, a better, interests me more. That's what makes this episode a lot more better, because, yes, they are better than the other episodes we just covered, not the ones that are next, but the ones we just covered, but it has a better reason. Like, it's not one of those episodes for fun, it's just a funny, good time episode with some characters you really hate, like, these 3 characters, just plain awful. They're not good characters, and that's why we love them, because they just take advantage of Cuphead and Mugman in this episode and have a good time, using their house to throw a party and stuff like that. And it's probably at this spot because it is better than the other episodes, but this one has a better story in my opinion, a good little setting, I guess, and it's very cool. It's just amazing to see the 3 characters work with some of the awful bosses from Cuphead in an episode. And yeah, they did it way better than Ribby and Crooks. Way better. So I really feel bad for the Onion in this episode. Man, I feel like he just wasn't evil. He was just misunderstood and just always sad. I think that's what it is. He was just influenced bad. But this episode, yeah, it's kind of the reason why it's at number 6. So for the Root Pact, I'm going to give this episode, from a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. This episode, it's nowhere near bad. It's not really near good. Not really near okay. But it is good, and it's definitely a lot better than the last episodes we just covered. So that's why it gets its spot at number 6. But you know what's better than 6? Number 5. And what is number 5, you may ask? Number 4, episode 4, Handled with Care. Handled with Care, it really gets a spot here because it's just better than the rest. And it's got a very good explanation for why. See, the whole point of the episode is Mugman broke his handle, or technically Cuphead broke his handle, and yeah, he tries to find a new handle, sometimes a little bit hide it, and even there's a handle fairy that turns out to be, that actually made me laugh. I gotta be honest. When that part came up with him just hiding the glue behind his back, and Mugman and Cuphead were just showing off his new handles. Elder Kettle just had the glue behind the back and the outfit. I gotta be honest. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, I laughed out loud to that part. Like, it was so funny. And that's really much what this episode is. It's much of a comedy episode with Mugman just trying to do these ridiculous stuff, look for a handle for his mug, and it was just a lot better than the other episodes, and a lot more rewatchable, a lot more laughable, and I love this. And honestly, I love this episode. I think we got to the episodes where I go to good to great. Like, I love this episode. Like, we have gotten to those episodes now. Anyways, and yeah, that comes out at number 5. So for this episode, on a scale of 1 to 10, I gotta be honest, it's a 8.5 for me. I just was laughing so hard to this at just one part, and I love it. That ending, it was hilarious. I'm like, wait, how are they gonna get them back together then? Just that in my head, honestly, at the end of the episode. And I just love it so much that it's perfect for number 5. But why is it not higher, you may ask? Because the other episodes are better now. The next episodes are better. The other episodes, though, we went over, they're not as good as this one. Let's be honest. They're not as good as this one. Coming in at number 4 is episode 1, the one we first watched all together, and even the storyboard version. Yeah, I saw the storyboard version before this episode came out. I'm not going to explain how. All I'm going to say is I watched the storyboard episode before the actual episode was able to watch. But anyways, yeah, coming in at number 4 is episode 1, Carnival. Now, I'm pretty sure it's number 4, right? Let me just go over my notes inside my head. Ah, dang it! I got the wrong episode. Oh, crap! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Coming in actually at number 4 is episode 5, Roll the Dice. Carnival. I'm just gonna spoil it now. It's better than Roll the Dice. But is it number 3, number 2, number 1? Which one is it? We're gonna find that out. But first, at episode 4 is episode 5. Funny enough, Roll the Dice. Roll the Dice really gets the spot here because it's better than the other episodes we just went over. Is it better than Handle What Care? I'm starting to think not after how I just said. But what makes this episode way better than all the other episodes basically combined is just King Dice. Like, Dice was the best part of the episode. Like, the voice, the character, the expressions, everything I loved about Dice. And that's really what makes this episode, like, this is better than all the other ones already. And yeah, I just love this episode. It was amazing. King Dice, really, he's the reason why why this episode is in the top 5. If it wasn't for King Dice, he wouldn't be in this episode top 5. We'd probably be at number 10, at the top 10, but not top 5. So you can really thank King Dice, because he's really the biggest positive, and really the only positive to this episode, and why I freaking love it. So for episode 5, not King Dice, Roll the Dice, from a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this episode a 8.8 out of 10. I'm going to give it an 8.8 out of 10. Like, this episode was amazing. If it wasn't for King Dice, this wouldn't be at this spot right now. So you can really thank King Dice for that. And I really hope on Season 3 we get some more episodes with King Dice, because I just love this character. I hate that he's evil, honestly, but that's the point, you know. Spoiler alert for my movie, though, when it comes down in the future, King Dice, he becomes a good guy in the sequel. You'll figure out how sometime. I have my own Cuphead movie idea, but that'll be talked about another time. But coming in at number 3, we have reached the top 3, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. So for a bronze medal of best episode, we're gonna give number 3, episode 1, which was not episode 4. number 4, my bad. But episode 1, Carnival. Now this is number 3. I checked my notes. I meant to put it here, my bad. But Carnival was just better than the rest. It started off the show, started off the amazingness, and I think what made this one a lot more better for me, in my point of view, is the storyboard version. I saw the storyboard version a long time ago, before, the show even got promos. I saw the storyboard version. And, the storyboard version of the episode, I actually kind of like it more than the animated one. Like, this, I know that one has more color and stuff like that, but it was just so interesting seeing all these characters, all this talking, all this stuff in storyboard version. I think it makes me just want to see a show in storyboard version. I feel like that would actually be cool, to watch. Maybe a YouTube series. But, yeah, I love this episode, but the episode itself, it's just good, It's about a carnival, and it's basically the Devil's Casino, only it's a carnival. And this one's just better than the rest, the others, It's just amazing, and I think what really puts the spot right here is that storyboard episode. I saw this way before the Netflix. I'm not going to say how, but I did see it before it came out on Netflix, and the storyboard version, it was amazing, and the episode itself was amazing, and it comes in at number 3. But it's not the best. It's not better than the rest of the episodes that we are going to cover up. But for Carnival, we're going to give it, from a scale of 1 to 10, we're going to give it a 9 out of 10. This was an amazing episode. I love it. I think the storyboard version is honestly a 10 out of 10, honestly, for me. Honestly, I would say that. I just love the look of everything in the storyboard version. It was an amazing episode itself, 9 out of 10. I love it. And it comes at number 3. It gets the bronze medal. But it's not better than the next episodes we're going to cover, isn't it? Coming in at number 2 for the silver medal, the only episodes we have left for an option is In Charm's Way and Sweater Luck Next Time. Which one is it? Which one's going to be the gold medal? Let's find out. So coming in at number 2, getting the silver medal for best episode is episode 9, Sweater Luck Next Time. This episode, I love it. I just love how the devil just keeps trying to get that sweater, get Cuphead's soul, keeps shocking like that was funny, and I honestly laughed a lot when just the Cuphead and the devil were just talking, like making jokes. And you know what, Cuphead, you aren't as bad as I thought you would be. I love that. It was so funny. Mugman trying to find a sweater. Devil doesn't know he has a sweater on. It's just so funny and so good. So visually amazing. Visually, whatever the word is. And the painting, the fence scene, man, the whole episode was a gold medal in my opinion. And I just love it so much. I will repeat this episode a lot if I ever go back to season 1 again. And I love it. I love the episode. So yeah, this comes in at number 2. But that means we know what number 1 is. But first we gotta rate episode 2. Or episode 9, I guess. Whatever. So for Sweater Luck Next Time, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10. I think I would give it the full point, maybe, but it's not that good. But it is almost that good. So 9.5 out of 10 for this episode. I freaking love it. But there's only one option left for number 1 now. Because you know what's better than number 2? Number 1. The gold medal of the best episode. So basically, the best episode, but the best episode of season 1 of the Cuphead Show, it's gotta be, for me, episode 12, In Charm's Way. The reason why this is the best episode, in my opinion, of season 1, I think it's not going to be much for you guys. I think Roll the Dice is honestly number 1 for you guys. But for me, the thing that makes this episode like, oh my god, I love this episode, I'm going to replay it a lot, is just Miss Chalice. Not only did she had amazing actor to play her, Gray D was, I just remember her first name, her whole name before, but I think she got remarried or something like that. I don't know. Her last name got changed, I think. So I'm just going to call her Gray. So Gray was the perfect casting for Miss Chalice. She had the perfect attitude, the character herself, the amazing design, the greatest... Like, I just love this episode, really, thanks to her. Like, Miss Chalice's little... street voice and the songs too. Like, I wish we had full songs of those, like a big soundtrack, like when you're feeling going down, it's sunshine up. I can't remember lyrics. Sing the cloud of rainbow. It's kind of hard to sing, honestly, but I just love this episode, and it gives us cliffhanger to season 2, which I do hate cliffhangers, but I love this episode even more than that cliffhanger. So, and Miss Chalice, a ghost, like, ooh, like, I knew she was a ghost, of course, in the games, but they brought it to the episode, too, and I actually got shocked to that. Like, I just love this episode really much, the Miss Chalice. If it wasn't for Miss Chalice, just like Roll the Dice, if it wasn't for Miss Chalice, this episode wouldn't be here right now. Roll the Dice, Sweater Left Next Time would be number 1 right now, but thanks to Miss Chalice, that's what really brings this episode to number 1. And really, yeah, and that's why I give it the gold medal and the best episode, the title of the best episode of season 1 of the Cuphead Show. Now, before you click off, remember, we gotta rate the episode. So, for In Charm's Way, I'm gonna give this episode, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to be giving it a 9.7 out of 10. It is not a 10 out of 10 episode, probably because of the beginning. I just wanted more Chalice, But it definitely was close. It was a close match. However, I feel like In Charm's Way is 100% better. Or, technically, whatever. It's better than Sweater Left Next Time. And anyways, there we go. That's my ranking. That's my list. Leave me your ranking in the comments below and get ready, because next time we will be ranking season 2 episodes of Cuphead Show. And get ready for the Chucky episodes ranked too, because that's going to be premiering on October 8th with the Chucky reviews too. And spoiler reviews will come out the next day after that. Yeah, that's right. All of the Chucky and the Let's Play series and stuff like that. All the ranks will be coming out on one day, including the spoiler review the next day. Excuse me. So there's going to be a lot of videos coming out on October 7th. Oh, no, 8th. But anyways, guys, what did you guys think of my list? What did you guys think of my video? Leave a comment down below what you thought. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe. Go subscribe to all my other channels. The Master Reactions. Go subscribe to that. Gauge Gaming, go subscribe to that, and go subscribe to the Gauge Master too, because I want to make some more roast gang videos. Honestly, I want to make some more roast gang. If you don't know what that is, boom, boom, boom. Go check them out. My own version of SML, only more appropriate. I want to make some more videos like that, but I need some more ideas, But, yeah, and also subscribe to Musical Man, too. Also, don't forget Musical Man. We got some karaoke there. Trying to come up with parody songs. Maybe my You're a Noob song. I made that a while ago, but, yeah, we got some ideas. We got some good videos. And, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Peace out.
That's all, folks.